This is ICSE StudyMate and you're watching Hindi All-in-One Guide. Disclaimer. Welcome to the session for Hindi All-in-One Guide. This is Madhav Desai, student of batch 2018-19, and I have scored 99 on 100 in the board. Objectives for today are a brief study plan with some very useful study tips and frequently asked questions. Study plan. For the Hindi paper, you can divide the segment as Sahitya and Vyakaran. In Sahitya, there will be 4 sub-questions: prose, poetry, ekanki, and novel. Step 1. Ask your Hindi teacher which 2 segments has your school opted out of the 4 above. If they haven't, you can choose to perfect any 2 segments. For example, ekanki and prose, and you can go through the third one as a backup, either novel or poetry. Step 2. Sort out your Vyakaran. The first segment is essays. Begin with a story. Lure the reader in with a personal experience and weave your story around the topic to bring forth the message or highlight the theme. Use facts, figures, or striking questions, etc. to add some punch to your essay. Make your reader want to know more. For Hindi, use of quotes or 2 to 3 lines of the poems on the given topic will surely impress the examiner. Be consistent and stick to a structured flow. Beginning, middle, and end. Introduction, body, and conclusion. Make sure you follow a pattern. Example, if it's an argumentative essay, divide your essay into an introduction to the topic, reasons for or against the topic, and a conclusion that sums up your view. Segment B, letters. Make sure you don't do any spelling mistakes. Since times immemorial, there is only one solution for this, and that is practicing kinesthetically, that is in writing. Memorize the structure and all the formal, informal letter requirements along with practicing the essays in a given time limit. And the third segment, the Shabd Bhandar. One sensible tip would be making flashcards and using them periodically while following the board prescribed textbook given by your school. Memorize your textbook by heart, and for leveling up your Hindi skills, you can also improve your vocabulary by reading fiction books in Hindi by notable trending authors and using a dictionary every time you encounter a new word and recording it for future use. Trust me, this will build your vocabulary skills. Most importantly, difficult parts in literature such as Shirsha ki Sarthakta, Pankti ka Ashay, Seek, Charitra Chitran, situation analysis. These parts are to be practiced every Sunday from workbook printed matter, internet, guides, and chapter-wise, topic-wise books. As students either write short or extra answers. I'll explain that ahead. Now we come to the study tips. Most important focus in literature is balance between quantity and quality, as both are necessary in Hindi, as many kids either fall short of points or write too much. This is common, and people commonly deal it by either referring to books like chapter-wise, topic-wise, or self-study guides, or toppers' handwritten sheets also. But it is only sheer luck that student wrote the point that were in the examiner's head and he got full marks. For this, you would need a chapter breakdown, how to write what is in the examiner's head. Chapter breakdown, the correct style of learning a chapter so that you are precise in writing your answers. Deep reading the entire ekanki or chapter. What is deep reading? Giving attention to all details and character dynamics. Character dynamics means interaction of all characters. What was one character's action? What was the other character's reaction? How you can analyze the situation with that particular incident. Analyze the chapter, understand the chapter through every character's point of view, one by one. Give justification for whatever step that character took. This will not only help you to make you learn the chapter on fingertips, but you will understand all Charitra Chitrans, diagnosis of all situation, Shirsha ki Sarthakta, and Seek. Remember, Don't write too long or too short, but write precisely to the point. Always make a why this happened, why she spoke it, why he did it. After a situation or scene or plot in the story, it will help you to not only answer the character traits but also the plot of situation. Completing your objective questions too, like who, where, what, right? Subjective questions use every resource. First of all, I recommend take your teacher's help. Then do topper's handwritten sheet, chapter-wise, topic-wise. I prefer Oswald, self-study together with Evergreen. Descriptions in the workbook, they are very important, and you can use internet for more precision of points. For objective questions, I prefer you make mind maps of what you visualize and read in the chapter or a Kanki. Read the part thoroughly. Notice every detail, even who said what, and also be thorough with your teacher's given answers in your workbook. Yeah, that's the most important point. For letter and in fact the grammar part, practice writing so much that you should make almost no spelling errors. This will prevent the silliest chance of mark deduction. For essays and composition, practice them with English ones itself, as rules are same for essays here too. But make sure of giving outstanding reference of quotes or poetry on the topic that you are writing. Focus more on improvising first-hand account essays. That is your experience in that particular situation. The humor trend of chapters is there. That is, a chapter will be repeated only after 2 years in paper. But this year, things are not certain, and such trend has to be focused only after you complete each and everything in your portion. In a separate notebook, using the previous breakdown method, jot down all objective questions as mind maps, all Shirshak ki sarthaktas, Ashay, Seek, detailed Charitra Chitran as the story moves forward. And good essays also have to be written. Topper's handwritten sheet, which is usually available with Oswald's chapter-wise, topic-wise question bank or separately, will give you an insight of how the paper should be actually written when you will start writing sample papers in last month. There's a lot of time for that. But now let's focus on the next thing, that's Sahitya part. You have to learn it by heart with suitable learning hacks from our study technique videos or blogs, and that will be uploaded soon on our website. And to fit in the 20-minute range, you will need to increase your speed kinesthetically, that is in writing. If you are not a person who writes and learns, you can check our sense-based study techniques video for auditory and visual learning. And that will also be uploaded soon, so don't worry. As said, practicing will increase speed. Best resource will be workbook, internet, previous year question papers, and model papers from Goyal or Oswald. You can buy them on Amazon or Flipkart. For completing Vyakran in desired time, you will have to study according to strategy given in the previous study plan. And to increase your speed, you will have to practice each segment every weekend to ensure your speed, especially passage and essay. You can practice English grammar and Hindi grammar together. That way also works. The best practice resource for Vyakran will be your Vyakran book and past year question papers, and maybe self-study books like Evergreen and Together With. Frequently asked questions. Which book to refer from other than the workbook? Firstly, you will have to do the chapters from textbook, workbook, and then use previous year question paper, self-study guides like Evergreen or Together With. And then you can use chapter-wise, topic-wise book or question banks from Oswald and its Topper's handwritten sheet. As said previously, it will give you an insight of how you will have to write the answers, the paper, and the other things. Which chapters can I stress more on? Are any chapter predictions possible? Though a rumor trend is there that a chapter gets repeated only after 2 years in boards, but I strongly believe that you should do all the chapters extremely thoroughly, and then you can do stress on the chapters according to the trend. That's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask pertaining to this subject or ICSE StudyMate in general on our Telegram group or Instagram handle. Our Instagram handle is @ICSE StudyMate, email contact@iccsestudymate.com, telegram t.me/ICSE StudyMate website ICSEStudyMate.com, YouTube ICSE StudyMate. That's all for today. Thank you for joining today's session.